와우!
All right.
Quiche!
Oh my goodness! Sword, it's you! Oh my!